I'll just throw it up tomorrow.
All right,
Sure.
cool. Cool. So we are live on YouTube right now with the pre-Death Wobble interview. We've got Joey, Auburn X. We've got Brian, Sedah. I believe I'm saying that right. Sedah.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. And then we've got Chris, Hostel. We'll just go down the line. I've got Joey and then Brian and then Chris, so we'll go down that way. Um, First questions, where are you from and what genre do you mainly produce or mess with? And that goes to you, Joey.
Well, I'm from the LA area, and I mostly make like aggressive bass music, and then a lot of instrumental metal when I'm not producing.
Sweet. What about you, Brian?
I mostly focus on the dubstep spectrum, anything heavy or deep. I'm also from Atlanta, represent the filthy, dirty South.
ATL represent. And what about you, Chris?
I'm originally from Long Beach, California. Right now I live in Orange County, California, which is just a little south of LA. Um, Mainly started in dubstep. Uh, I've done other stuff into DMB, jump up, some slower stuff. I don't even know what to call that stuff. But mainly it's the heavy side of dubstep. Originally it was more touching in a rhythm back in the early years, I'd say 2010, 11, when I was first starting.
All right, cool. So obviously a lot of dubstep because this is Death Wobble. Um, you know
Yep.
what? No, we're just gonna play hardstyle all the time now.
Dude, let's
Um,
run it.
Dude, you don't even know. 140 is hardstyle, so yeah, hardstyle's the new dubstep, I'd say.
there you go. There you go. All right, let's continue on a little bit. Going back to Joey, what's your favorite artist? Could be EDM, could be not. Your favorite artist and favorite tune at this very point in time in your life.
Oh,
I know it's so hard to answer.
I mean, Broken Note probably produces the dopest music in existence. I gotta say, my favorite shit right now is the song Meltdown by Broken Note. It's my favorite for like 4 years.
Fair enough. All right, cool. So Broken Note favorite artist and tune is the one you just mentioned.
Yeah, the tune is called Meltdown.
Meltdown. There you go. All right, dope. What about you, Brian?
That's like almost an impossible question to answer. As far as a favorite tune, because there's so many different genres of music I listen to, and there's a favorite tune that encompasses probably each and every one of those. Um, but favorite musician, honestly, I've been like really jamming some hip hop lately and getting into that Young Jeezy Thug Motivation 101 album. That was one of my
Dude,
favorites of all time.
dude, that is some Houston stuff right there. I still fucks with that album.
Jeezy run the trap.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, what about you, Chris? Favorite artist and favorite tune?
Uh, let's see. Well, favorite artist right now, I'd kind of lean more just based off what Brian said. I'm just gonna take everything as a whole. Let's go with Noisia, just because of the fact of like what they're doing. The
Yep.
whole
Just because it's Noisia.
well, no, like not just Noisia. It's just because like what they do for all of the music genres in general. Like Noisia Radio is a huge thing that they do for free on their own time. Like that's really dope. That's promoting. There's a bunch of really sick producers in there, and like that's a really good place to find music. I would
I
say.
mean, that's how I found out about the upbeats is Noisia Radio. Like, they absolutely are
That beats
killing
are
it.
sick.
Dude,
They've had a
upbeat.
bigger impact on electronic music than most artists that I can think of.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
absolutely.
because they're following or any that stuff. They make awesome music. Don't get me wrong, they make the best music, but
Yeah.
what they do is just it's crazy amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're ambassadors for the scene at this point.
Yeah,
They're definitely
it's not for
definitely
anything else.
the definition of a true musician and artist. I can definitely say that about Noisia. Like they are the actual definition of a true musician and artist.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's move along a little bit. Um, if you can talk about it, say something. If you can't, we all understand. Any upcoming collabs that you can mention? Some big things in the works, Joey.
I got a tune coming out on Crow's Nest.
Ooh.
That's cool.
You said
um,
that's cool.
I don't really have any collabs going on. A couple of people remixing my stuff. That's about it though. I haven't really been a collabor. I would like to, but it's still like anytime I send stuff to someone else, it never gets finished, or someone sends shit to me and I never finish it. It's like we all suck.
The producers struggle.
Yeah,
You
dude,
just gotta find the people you mix with the best. That's
I
what
got
it
I got 800 collabs, but only one of them released.
yeah, straight up.
is. Uh,
What about? All right, cool. So what about you, Brian?
So I'm not really producing at the moment, so I can't really say I've got any collabs going on. But with all this new music coming out, I've definitely been trying to at least get back into playing some gigs in Atlanta. They've been starting to bring out some really cool artists back to the city again. It's starting to revitalize the dubstep scene a little bit. So I definitely like to get on the bill of something soon, but nothing confirmed yet.
Well, that's cool. Hopefully you can start producing soon and making some music like
Yeah,
everybody
just
else.
need to get my new computer working again.
Sweet. What about you, Chris? Any upcoming collabs you can mention? Releases, whatever.
well, the biggest one actually just came out 4 days ago. That was Prime Audio, me and Seraph's tune Heart of War, and then Sudden Death and Remix.
That's what's up.
Dope tune.
Yeah, that one we kept secret for a long time. I want to say we made that last summer,
Oh wow.
somewhere around then. Let's see, upcoming collabs. I started something with Dubstruction.
I just had a release with him on Abducted.
Yeah, actually, that is the release that caught my eye, and
Yeah.
I actually first started talking to him. He's a really cool dude.
Dude is amazing.
Yeah, so he started showing me some stuff, and I was digging it, and he said, "Yeah, you want to make this collab?" It's not, it wasn't a whole lot there, but it was definitely enough for me to work with, and I was like, you know what, send that. So we sent it. I started doing some stuff. I'm still working on it, but that tune's sounding pretty cool right now. As far as other ones, not much. Natural Forces have been talking about doing a collab for a while. That might start soon.
Very nice.
No guarantees. That's just talk. It's nothing started yet.
Sweet.
Cool.
Looking forward to that, definitely. Dubstruction and you is gonna be a weird one for me personally. I like that. I'm gonna expect a dope flow.
Dude, it's pretty dope, and we've got some similar sounds. So what I've got going for it right now is pretty interesting, and I haven't even filled it out yet. So
Sweet. Well, this is the point where we get to basically just blast every person we support right now. So let's turn it over to Joey. Favorite promo channel, label. Anybody want to shout out? Whatever, man. Floor is yours.
Oh man. Well, see, my favorite promo channel, I gotta give a shout out to Dubstep Dose. He's been supporting me heavy since I started. I don't think anybody would know who I was if he hadn't uploaded a couple of my tunes. Labels, I gotta shout out. Abducted works so hard for their artists. Dorian is a true dude.
Big up Dorian and Abducted LTD, the drum and bass chapter,
Yes.
killing it.
I gotta shout out Warpaint also. Chris is a dope dude. He's been putting in some serious work. We hit #1 with English Lit.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
That was a huge thing for all of us. And I gotta give a shout out to my homie Bennett Fisher. He goes by Mr. Vicious, and he introduced me to all the cats that I hang out with in Hollywood, from Sullivan King to just a bunch of dope icon students out there. And he's been a good friend to me, so I gotta give a big shout out to that dude for helping me out.
A lot of love coming from Joey, of course, as always. What about you, Brian? Promo channels, artists that you just support, labels, anything?
As far as promo channels go, I'm gonna throw out some love to the Dub Rebellion. Derek's a really good homie, and he does an amazing job with his channel. He's given a lot of underground artists an opportunity that they may not have otherwise had with the exposure that his channel does get them. As far as labels go, I mean, every dubstep label right now that I can think of is putting out fire. You got Never Say Die, you've got fucking Abducted, you have, Prime, everybody is just putting out straight heat right now, and I'm extremely excited for the summer with all these tunes that I keep hearing at shows that still haven't even made their way to SoundCloud yet. So, these labels are going to be killing it this summer. And as far as artists, Big ups Trollface, Juju, Roto. Um, fuck, I could run on for hours, so I'll just leave it at those three for right now.
Word, word. What about you, Chris?
Gotta always give a shout to Dorian Abducted. What's up, dude? He's always been there. He's the first label I signed on. Big up Carlos at Multi Kill, always killing it.
Definitely Carlos, the fam.
Carlos is sick. Robert, aka Guts, you know that Melk. We got big up Melk Prime. As far as like promo, let's see. Big up Daniel at Dubstep EDM. That he's awesome. He's always done me right. Like respect to all those guys at the EDM channel. They're all really sick. Pretty much, you know, artists. Big up Dark Elixir. He's always been there helping.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Big up James.
Yeah, big up James.
Just gotta point this out. Dark Elixir James is sitting right next to Chris. Big up Dark Elixir. Hopefully,
Big up James.
Dark Elixir will be doing a guest mix or something later this month or next month. In the works. But continue, Chris. I'm sorry to interrupt you, bro. I had to give a shout out to James.
As far as other good homies going, you know, there's tons out there. All the artists, like, literally have so much respect for so many people. Like, Unnatural Forces, let's see, Sudden Death, Sheriff, Slugrim, got Brothers Grimm.
Yo!
For sure.
Been doing it. Yeah, dude, Tim and Shane are legit.
Big up Tim and Shane.
Blue Squad crew, you know, all them.
Word. A lot of support going around.
There's a lot of people all over there.
Let's I know we all gonna want to get promo in and everything and got other things to do, so let's wrap this up a little bit. I got 3 more quick questions. We're gonna start out with this one. Dream label and to be on, whether it be EDM or not, or Dream City to play on. Or to play in, I'm sorry.
Oh man. As far as dream labels go, I can't really think of one that is a dream label above all the other ones because I kind of want to spread out. Like I would love to release on Firepower, of course, because like a bunch of legends, you know, everybody wants to drop a tune through them. So that'd be dope. But I would like to play at New York City, the Basement. Every lineup I see there is fire, and I would love to do that someday in the future.
So Firepower and New York at Webster Hall Basement Saturdays.
Yeah.
Word. What about you, Brian?
As far as label, let's say Smog or Never Say Die, because as far as the production that I would want to get into on the heavier side of things, those are the labels that really do that. And as far as a place to play, I don't know, Montreal throws the fuck down, dude.
Definitely.
Like, every time I see a lineup in Montreal, I'm just hating that I live about 2,000 miles away.
Don't we all? What about you? What about you, Chris?
See, I love outdoor events. Like I don't know if I'm just weird or if that's like my thing, but Shambhala would be #1 dream place to play just because of it's so exclusive. It's all outdoors. You camp. You know, no generators, all that stuff. That's sick. That would be really fun.
It's like a natural sound experience in a way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a little bit. I used to do all that stuff back in the day, so like that kind of is still alive, and that just makes me happy. So that would be tight. As far as label goes, you know, I'm not really sure. You know, Circus was always the top dog, way back for me.
Yeah.
That's always kind of, I guess, you know, it always fluctuates. I don't know, maybe you know something on Never Say Die would probably be the dopest thing. But you never know. By that time, there might be a new label up and coming.
Yeah,
Who
that's
knows? Who knows? There could be a new Firepower starting today.
Although I will say this, I'm really stoked about that Prime release. That's always been a goal as Prime. So.
Oh yeah, Melvin.
Off.
Big shout outs to Melvin and all the guys at Prime, always killing it.
Oh, for sure.
All right, well let's hit these last 2, and everybody can get out of here and get your promo in and all that bullshit. Favorite non-EDM genre? Like just your go-to. I don't want to listen to EDM right now.
Um,
Ooh.
Instrumental progressive metal, dude.
Done.
Periphery. It's a dope band. Intervals.
I just
It's just no bullshit. There's no guys screaming. There's no guys singing. It's just dudes playing instruments and grooving out. Like I'm all about that. That's what I like. I make that more than I make dubstep, to be honest.
I just found Periphery and Entities. I don't know if you know Entities, but yeah, the just full instrumental metal is dope
Yeah,
right
dude,
now.
I love it. It's dubstep with guitars. It's just rhythm, dude. It's beautiful.
Dubstep with the guitars.
Yeah, man.
What about you, Brian? Favorite non-EDM genre?
It's got to be hip hop at this point. That's what I'm
Uh,
jamming more than anything.
Are you talking about like nowadays hip hop? Are you talking like
Right.
Jurassic?
So like I'll listen to Jeezy, I'll listen to Future, but I can also listen to shit from the '90s as well. With that. My buddy was just quoting Future, but no, it's like I'll listen to all sorts of hip hop. It's all good. And it's just depending on what I'm feeling at the moment, whether I want a good bass line or whether I want vocals that actually mean something other than auto tune bullshit.
I feel that hip hop. I do listen to a lot of hip hop, and it definitely will reset your mind in a way sometimes.
Oh, for sure. And then you come back to listen to electronic music with like just complete blank slate.
What about you, Chris? Favorite non-EDM genre?
Well, if you're still in that kind of dirty mood, 90s hyphy hip hop music, like, Mac Dre, always killing it. Other than that, it's kind of like, classic music or like old rock and stuff like that. I dig all that stuff.
You're an AC/DC guy, aren't you?
Dude, my parents are not young. People see my parents and they're like, "Oh man, your parents are a little older," and I'm like, "Yeah." And I have a brother who's in his 40s, so it's like that's some people's dad. So I listen to all that stuff.
I feel you. I'm old. I'm 27. I feel old. All right, let's do this one last question, and then everybody can get out of here. I know I feel so old, but I'm young.
I know, doesn't that suck?
It does, dude. Hold on, someone is knocking at my door. I apologize. What's up, Will Robbins? Fucking Will Robbins walking in the door, no reason. All right, so last question, so we can get out of here. Get out of here. What DAW are you in? What DAW are you in? Your influences sound-wise, and how long have you been producing?
I'm in Ableton right now. I switched over from FL Studio a couple of years back. I've been about it. My influences as far as sound go, it's probably like Noisia, but dubstep. Like I think of them a lot when I'm writing dubstep tunes. So I guess it would be. I have a lot of drum and bass influence and metal influence, even though I mostly make halftime 140 shit.
Fair enough, fair enough. And how long have you been producing, Joey?
Oh yeah, I think like 4 years. Yeah,
Okay,
about
but
4.
you can't even say that because you were in a band called A Hope for Tomorrow that has definitely played Vans Out the Wall. Vans Out the Wall.
Oh yeah, we played World
Vans
Tour
Warped.
when I was
So,
18.
so you've definitely been producing music for longer than 4 years, but electronically.
I'm trying to think, because I had started about a year before that, and I was 18, so that was like 4 or 5 years ago. I think I took
So-
it seriously about 4 years ago.
Fair enough. By the way, look up A Hope for Tomorrow. Still a dope band. Big ups. What about you, Brian? I know you can't answer this. Let's say.
I mean, I can answer it a little bit. I mean,
Okay.
when I used to dabble a little bit more, I was using FL, and then my sound influence probably would have been like Bad Clat and Requake at the time.
Okay. Word. Well, last one to you, Chris. That's what DAW, your sound influences, and how long have you been producing?
So the DAW I mainly use would be Logic 9. And then how long I've been producing? Let's see. So I started. First time I picked up a DAW was in like late 2010 or 2011. So about 5.5 years I've been producing.
Jesus.
That's not that long yet, you know.
I mean, it's not that long, like compared to some people. Like,
Yeah.
when I don't remember who it was that I was interviewing, but he was like, "Yeah, I've been doing this for 8 years." And he's only got like 1,500 followers on SoundCloud. And it's like, what have you been doing past? And he was like, "Oh, I was making like metal."
Yeah. Yeah.
Metal, man.
In the early years, it was more DJing than it was production. Like, you could probably still find some like really old shit, but it's gonna be shit, you know, because obviously it wasn't as serious till probably 2012.
You're like me. You're like telling everyone, "Hey, check out my stuff, but don't listen to anything before 2011."
Yeah. Hey, I mean, it's not that bad.
Mine is.
I mean, some of it is, you know. Obviously, it's early year stuff. It's not what people like me for today, obviously. You know?
Yeah, everybody progresses. I think it's that progression that everybody looks for. Like, if you don't have progression in your sound, you're doing something wrong.
So, what was the third question? Was influence, right?
Yeah, sound influences.
So, sound influences. I've always kind of listened to that, you know, the DiGiasta type sound where it's kind of either hollow or like thick, kind of metallic.
We'll call it the metallic robo. We'll
Yeah,
say.
the metallic robo, sure. That works perfect, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always been like a little twinkling star in the back of tunes that I hear when people do that stuff. So that's always pretty cool. I guess like other main influences, Persist has been a big one for a while. I think that stuff's really cool as well. It's always had really sick tunes.
All right, well, sweet. Well, I think that about is gonna wrap this up tonight, and we got about 30 minutes till we go live. So I want to give a big shout out to everybody tonight. Auburn X with the guest mix. It's gonna be sick. I think we went through what, like 6 genres, you said?
I
six
had, I think, 6 tempo changes back to back.
tempo changes in
I'm
your
kind of,
mix.
I'm kind of ridiculous.
You too much. I don't like. Brian, looking forward to your mix. I believe you've played Death Wobble before, correct?
I have actually. I think this is my third appearance.
This might be your third appearance. I don't know. I've had so many people. It's ridiculous. I can't even, like, people be hitting me up and like, "Hey, can I play again?" And I'm like, "You've played before?" Oh man, I'm horrible. And big up Sedah, Brian, and big up to Hostel. Fucking Dark Elixir in the background. Fanboying a little bit over here. My bad. I'm sorry. You're just so good. No, appreciate everybody. Lock it into Death Wobble. This will be up on YouTube. It's actually up right now, but probably tomorrow. Follow us at facebook.com/deathwobble, mixify.com/deathwobble. Joey is soundcloud.com/
Auburn X.
Okay, Brian is soundcloud.com/
Say the dubstep.
and then Chris, soundcloud.com/
Hostile.
beautiful. Guys, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Yes.